Have you ever felt unusually tired, noticed new rashes on your skin, or found that your joints ache more than they used to? These seemingly harmless symptoms could be signs of lupus, a chronic autoimmune disease that often goes unnoticed, especially in seniors. Lupus affects millions of seniors, and unfortunately, many don't recognize the symptoms until it's too late. That's why early detection is so important. It can make the difference between managing the disease with medication or facing long-term complications like kidney damage, heart disease, or joint deformities. In today's video, we'll discuss 3 hidden lupus symptoms that 90% of seniors tend to ignore. Lupus doesn't always show up with obvious signs, but understanding the warning signs early could be the key to getting the care you need before the condition worsens. Make sure to like, subscribe to Golden Aging Health, and tap the bell icon. You won't want to miss these science-backed strategies that help seniors stay safe, strong, and independent. Now, I'll reveal the first lupus symptom you might be overlooking: fatigue and joint pain, and how it's more than just normal aging. Symptom number 1: unexplained fatigue and joint pain. Many people chalk these issues up to the natural aging process, but these symptoms could signal something much more serious. In fact, up to 90% of people with lupus experience chronic fatigue, making it one of the disease's most consistent signs. The fatigue associated with lupus isn't like the normal tiredness you might feel after a long day. It's more persistent and overwhelming, often making even the simplest tasks feel like a challenge. Joint pain, particularly in the fingers, wrists, knees, and elbows, is also a common early warning sign of lupus. These symptoms may appear gradually, making it harder to pinpoint exactly when they first started. You might assume it's just part of aging, but it could be a sign that your immune system is attacking your own tissues. Studies from reputable health organizations like Harvard Health and the American College of Rheumatology show that the inflammation caused by lupus attacks the body's joints and tissues, leading to pain, swelling, and fatigue. The body's immune system mistakenly targets its own healthy cells, which causes this ongoing inflammation. In fact, research shows that joint inflammation in lupus can be one of the first symptoms that leads to a diagnosis. This process often results in a condition called lupus arthritis, which causes pain, stiffness, and limited movement in the affected joints. Additionally, chronic fatigue in lupus sufferers isn't relieved by rest. Instead, it is a constant drain on energy, affecting day-to-day activities. Studies have found that fatigue can be linked to increased inflammation and an overactive immune response. Let me introduce you to Nancy, a 68-year-old woman who had been experiencing persistent fatigue and joint pain for several months. Nancy thought it was just a part of growing older. After all, many of her friends had similar complaints. But when she started finding it difficult to get out of bed in the mornings, and simple tasks like walking her dog or climbing stairs felt exhausting, she realized something was wrong. Her knee joints started swelling, and the pain became worse as the days went by. Even activities she once enjoyed, like gardening, became too painful and tiring. She brushed it off at first, but as the symptoms worsened, Nancy decided to visit her doctor. After several tests, she was diagnosed with lupus, a disease she hadn't considered before. Her doctor explained that her fatigue and joint pain were some of the hallmark signs of lupus, and that early treatment would help manage her symptoms. If you're experiencing fatigue and joint pain that doesn't improve with rest, it's time to pay attention. These symptoms might not be a simple sign of aging. They could be related to lupus or another underlying condition. Here are some steps you can take. Keep a symptom journal. Track when your fatigue or joint pain starts, how long it lasts, and what makes it worse. This information can help your doctor make a more accurate diagnosis. Consult your healthcare provider. If you're noticing that your fatigue is persistent or your joints are increasingly painful, make an appointment to discuss it. Don't wait for it to get worse. Physical therapy or low-impact exercises, gentle stretching, yoga, or walking can help ease joint pain. Make sure to consult with your doctor before starting any exercise program to avoid making symptoms worse. Balanced diet. Eating anti-inflammatory foods like fish, nuts, and leafy greens can help reduce inflammation and support your immune system. In the next section, I'll reveal the second lupus symptom you might be overlooking and how they can show up in unexpected places. Don't miss it.
Symptom number 2. Skin rashes and sensitivity. For many seniors, skin changes may seem like an ordinary part of aging, but they can sometimes be warning signs of something more serious, like lupus. One of the most common skin symptoms associated with lupus is the butterfly-shaped rash that forms across the nose and cheeks. But lupus can also cause other rashes, as well as increased skin sensitivity. In fact, about 50% of individuals with lupus experience skin issues, and these problems can sometimes be the first noticeable signs of the disease. The rash can appear suddenly and often worsens with sun exposure, making it essential to understand what to look for and how to manage it. Seniors over 60 are particularly vulnerable because skin sensitivity increases with age, making it more likely that you might miss or misinterpret these symptoms. So why does lupus affect the skin? The body's immune system attacks the skin's tissues, leading to inflammation and damage. According to Harvard Health and the American College of Rheumatology, the butterfly-shaped rash is a key sign of systemic lupus erythematosus, or SLE, the most common form of lupus. This rash is often a red, raised, and scaly rash that spreads across the cheeks and the bridge of the nose, resembling the shape of a butterfly's wings. But it's not just the classic rash that you need to be aware of. People with lupus are also at risk for other forms of skin sensitivity, such as photosensitivity, which causes the skin to become irritated or inflamed when exposed to sunlight. This can lead to painful blisters or sores, particularly in areas that are exposed to the sun. The skin sensitivity is the result of the immune system attacking the skin cells, making it important to protect your skin from UV radiation. If you notice any of these skin changes, here are some practical steps to take. Protect your skin. Always apply a high SPF sunscreen, at least SPF 30 or higher, to your face and exposed areas before going outdoors. Reapply it every 2 hours, especially if you're sweating or swimming. Avoid the sun. If you notice a rash or increased sensitivity, try to limit your time in the sun, particularly between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. when UV rays are the strongest. Wear protective clothing. Hats, long sleeves, and other sun protective clothing can help minimize exposure to harmful UV rays. Moisturize regularly. Use gentle, fragrance-free moisturizers to help soothe irritated skin. Avoid harsh soaps or skin products that could make the problem worse. Monitor any skin changes. Keep track of any rashes, blisters, or sensitivities. If they continue to worsen or don't improve with basic measures, it's important to seek medical advice. Have you noticed any unusual rashes or increased skin sensitivity, especially after sun exposure? Share your experiences in the comments below. Sometimes recognizing these symptoms early can make all the difference.
Symptom number 3. Swelling in the legs and face. This swelling can be subtle at first, but it's one of the most serious signs of lupus because it indicates that the body's immune system is attacking healthy tissues and causing inflammation. Swelling, especially in the legs, ankles, and face, might seem like a simple case of water retention or age-related puffiness. But when it comes with other lupus symptoms, it could be a sign that the disease is affecting the body more than you realize. Seniors are particularly prone to missing this symptom, as it's easy to assume that mild swelling is just part of the aging process. However, if the swelling doesn't go away or is accompanied by other symptoms like fatigue, joint pain, or skin rashes, it's important to seek medical advice right away. Lupus causes systemic inflammation, which can lead to fluid retention in various parts of the body. When the immune system attacks the kidneys, it can cause kidney inflammation or nephritis, which may result in swelling, especially in the legs and face. According to the National Institute of Arthritis and Musculoskeletal and Scum Diseases, NIAMAS, about 40% of people with lupus will experience lupus nephritis, which can cause the kidneys to lose their ability to filter fluid properly, leading to swelling and high blood pressure. The face swelling, especially around the eyes or cheeks, is another classic symptom of lupus. The butterfly-shaped rash we talked about earlier often occurs along with swelling in these areas, further signaling the possibility of lupus. If the swelling is more pronounced in the mornings and goes down throughout the day, it's a sign that your kidneys may not be functioning properly. My friend John, a 72-year-old man who had been dealing with swelling in his legs for a few weeks. At first, John assumed that the swelling was just a normal part of aging and possibly related to his diet. He had been eating more salty foods and figured his legs might be retaining fluid. However, the swelling didn't go away after a few days, and it seemed to get worse, particularly around his ankles and feet. John also noticed that his face looked puffy, especially in the morning. He felt more tired than usual, and his skin had developed some of the red patches that we know as the classic lupus rash. John went to see his doctor, who performed several tests, including blood work and a kidney function test. The results showed that John had lupus nephritis, which was causing his swelling. His doctor explained that lupus had been attacking his kidneys, preventing them from functioning properly, which led to the fluid retention in his legs and face. After starting treatment for his lupus nephritis, including medication to manage his symptoms and protect his kidneys, John noticed the swelling began to decrease. While the diagnosis was overwhelming, he was relieved to know the cause of his symptoms and take steps toward managing the disease. If you notice swelling in your legs or face, here are some steps you can take. Track the swelling. Keep a daily log of where and when the swelling occurs. Elevate your legs. If your legs are swollen, try elevating them for 20 to 30 minutes a few times a day. Limit salt intake. A high sodium diet can exacerbate swelling, especially for those with kidney issues. Stay hydrated. Drinking plenty of water can help flush excess fluid from your body. And if the swelling doesn't go away, worsens, or is accompanied by other symptoms like fatigue, rash, or joint pain, it's time to make an appointment with your healthcare provider. Early treatment can help prevent further damage to your organs. Let's quickly recap the 3 hidden lupus symptoms that many seniors overlook: unexplained fatigue and joint pain, skin rashes and sensitivity, and swelling in the legs and face. These 3 symptoms aren't just signs of aging. They could be warning you about something more serious. By recognizing them early, you can take the necessary steps to get help and manage lupus effectively. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss more important health tips for seniors. Share this video with a friend or loved one. Early recognition can make all the difference in managing lupus. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.